Prospects for a second round of talks between the US and Iran remain uncertain. Pakistan is still in the mix to play mediator to try to facilitate an end to the war after the first round of talks broke down in Islamabad.
Numerous messages have been exchanged through a Pakistani intermediary. Our positions have been made very clear both there during negotiations. Our military forces are closely monitoring developments there and will react as necessary.
A fragile 2-week ceasefire paused nearly 6 weeks of fighting, but its expiry date is just around the corner. The hope is the second round can and will prevent a return to all-out war. The US's naval blockade on the Strait of Hormuz will stay in place until a deal is in sight. But if you ask the Iranians, the blockade constitutes a prelude to a violation of the ceasefire. So how both sides move forward is anyone's guess.
I saw some reporting, again, bad reporting this morning, that we had formally requested an extension of the ceasefire. That is not true at this moment. We remain very much engaged in these negotiations, in these talks. You heard from the Vice President directly and the President this week that these conversations are productive and ongoing, and that's where we are right now.
Several issues are still up in the air, including Iran's nuclear program, easing sanctions, frozen assets, and control of the strait. The UN nuclear agency chief says it must be involved.
Iran has a very ambitious, wide nuclear program. So all of that will require the presence of IAEA inspectors. Otherwise, you will not have an agreement. You will have an illusion of an agreement.
It's been pretty amazing.
Time is up for the truce on April the 22nd, leaving just a small window for a diplomatic push.
And I think it can be over very soon. So if they're smart, it will end soon.
But then again, such words from US President Donald Trump have been heard many times before. Pakistan's Prime Minister is on a 4-day trip to Saudi Arabia, Qatar and finally Turkey to rally support for the negotiations. But while those leaders may call for peace, ultimately it's down to both the US and Iran to end the war. Shadia Edwards-Dashti, TRT World.